So I was watching a documentary on this thing called Greek fire, right? And I thought it was so crazy that this weapon was invented that I decided to look up some more. And these are some of the weapons that I found. The first one is Greek fire. Despite its name, it was actually invented by the East Romans in mid-7th century BC. This stuff is pretty much napalm, so it's easy to imagine what war would have been like against the Romans back then. Hey, you ready to fight the Romans? Oh yeah, I guess so. As long as they don't have dragons on their boats that breathe fire. Hey. The next item on the agenda is the Kapinga? I'm not really sure how you say it. Also called the Hungamunga. This thing was pretty much the modern day equivalent of a throwing knife, except if a throwing knife had 3 extra blades and was made specifically to deal as much damage as possible. This weapon in particular was used by the Azande tribe of North Central Africa. Of course, I couldn't find a date or any sort of rough estimate as to when it was invented, but I do know how it was used, and it was a pretty cool strategy actually. The tribesmen would take 3 or 4 of these things into battle with them, and they would hide them behind their shields, then throw them up to 33 feet away, doing maximum damage to their enemy. I can imagine the only way to describe getting hit by one of these things would be fucking painful. The last weapon I have is called the Urumi Whip Sword, and it's pretty much what you'd expect. The name kinda suggests everything, but one thing I do want to note is, holy shit, look at it. The first thing that comes to mind when you see this weapon is probably the Cat o' Nine Tails from the Pirates of the Caribbean, or that's really the only thing I can remember it from. But this weapon was invented around 300 BC in the Mauryan Empire. I'm not really sure how you say that either. Another name for this weapon is also the Chutuval. I think that's how you say it. Which comes from the Kerala word pretty much meaning coiling and sword. That's pretty much all I have time for, and yeah, I have nothing funny to say here, so see ya.